I love you. I have nothing against you.
Oh, they're gonna edit this.
We just have a difference of opinion, that's all.
Oh, how
Okay, but I respect everyone here. I have nothing bad to say about no one here.
Yeah.
So if I'm wrong, please teach me.
Yeah,
Okay? Okay. Now you need, brother. You're the only one not calm. You're scaring me, bro. You are. I'm gonna be honest. You're being very aggressive, bro.
Leave it alone.
Let him speak.
Well, Islam is the reality. It's the fastest growing religion. A lot of
Game
Christians have left
over.
Islam and converted.
Christianity is a dead religion. Game over. Game over. Churches are dying, closing down, becoming lost. Game
Islam.
over.
What does Islam mean? Peace.
Game
It means
over.
peace or submission. And Muslim means peace, right? Something like that.
Believer of Allah.
Believer of Allah. So Muslim means believer in Allah. Islam, salam is peace. So
Islam means giving up yourself to Allah. Like,
Islam is peace, because salam is peace, right?
one of the names.
Okay, so to practice Islam, you have to be peaceful. That guy wasn't practicing Islam then.
That guy was practicing Islam.
Because look, that's not peaceful, bro.
Look. You know
That's why aren't you being peaceful,
Why are you
bro?
afraid to talk to me, man?
I'm not, because you're not being peaceful.
I'm peaceful.
You're disrespecting Islam. That's why. Because you're not being peaceful, bro. You're not being peaceful at all, bro.
Listen to Jesus. Jesus said,
You're not being
I can
respectful at all,
do
bro.
nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna try to ignore you because no matter what I say, you're still being disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
So it's the fast. It's the reality. I think you should accept Islam too, because a lot of people have of African backgrounds, American backgrounds. You go on CNN and look at it. It says it's the fastest growing religion in America, England. Why?
The fastest growing religion?
Because there's a reality to Islam. You know, it's Allah's religion. It's the truth. It's like the last testament. You know. So that's why all I have to say is read about Islam. There's a reason the Muslims are like so many people are converting. Why?
Well, they're not converting. You know why it's the fastest growing religion? According to statistics?
Atheism? Yeah.
No, it's not atheism. It's because you have more children than anyone else. You have more children than anyone else because in your belief system you can have. Wait a minute, let me finish. No, it's not the highest. So if you Google the highest conversion rate, the actual highest conversion rate is Christianity, but the quickest growing religion is Islam because you guys are smart enough to have children. Like God said, be fruitful and multiply. Christians should be doing the same thing. But the highest conversion rate, the highest people who convert is actually in Christianity if you check statistics. That same statistic that you said Islam is the fastest growing religion is true. But that same statistic says that the highest conversion rate is in Christianity. So you are, Islam is growing, the same study you looked at. Islam is growing by procreation. Islam is growing by procreation. Christianity is growing by conversion rate. So I would prefer to be in a religion that has the highest conversion rate rather than the highest rate through procreation.
A lot of people, they're 50.
Okay.
Islam is growing fastest because of
Procreation.
and Christianity is because of conversion. But when you go to historical roots and you look at colonialism and who are the countries that were ruling over most of the world? It was Catholic and Christian countries.
That's not
So
true.
It's the historical roots of colonialism.
That's not true.
As a result of colonialism, which is why Christianity became the fastest.
Before Britain took over, who took over? The Ottoman Empire. Do you know Africans? Listen. Do you know all the Africans? All the Africans who are Muslims were forced to be Muslims. They were forced to be Muslims by force. The first Christians were Ethiopians, and actually Ethiopia got Christianity by one of the disciples. They preached the gospel to the disciples, and the disciples accepted. Somalia wasn't a Muslim country at first. Somalia wasn't a Muslim country at first.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
Africa was overthrown by Islam. So wait, no wait. So both I'm gonna admit something to you. Both Christianity, Catholics did enslave people and take over lands, and colonialism was true. All I'm saying is there was also colonialism amongst the Arabs too. That's all I'm saying. I'm just showing you the.
He's lying.
Okay.
You're disrespecting her.
For us,
No, I'm not.
we did not force people to convert to our religion. In our religion, when you look at Salahuddin, when he took over Palestine, he had the thing like where everyone was free to practice their religion. When the Catholics took over, what was the Spanish Inquisition?
The Spanish Inquisition was a.
If you were not Catholic, you were prosecuted and you were killed.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
A lot of people to convert, and it was the same thing in slavery. When the slaves were brought over from from Africa, they were all Muslim, but they slowly converted to Christianity because they had no choice. And
African slaves were Muslim.
yes, and there's records of an African slave being Muslim, and he wrote.
What
in
about the
Arabic.
Hebrew Israelites?
It's the same thing. Either way,
So-
they were forced. I'm not saying it was only Muslims. I'm saying people of other religion as well were all forced to convert into Christianity. I'm giving you a reply as to why Christianity is the fastest growing religion in terms of conversion.
No, that's now. So there's no colonialism at the moment. So I'm saying that's a
Historical context.
no. Right now, in this day and age, we have the highest conversion rate. So the thing is, look, Arabs and the British population, they both spread their religion by force. But however,
Up until 50 years ago, even black people were not allowed to practice, they did not have the basic civil liberties. So you can't say that.
50 years ago,
20 years ago, even right now.
in the 1960s, But in Canada, it wasn't like that. That's why we had the Underground Railroad, because the Americans would run to Canada where there was no slavery, right?
Right, but the thing is, again, you still look at our natives. You still look at our natives. Look at what we're doing to them, right? So you can't say that, oh, that was in the past and it's not happening. We still feel the effects of colonialism to this day.
Yeah, you see the effects, but the thing is, no one is being forced to convert anymore. So people are converting by choice. That's my point. People nowadays are converting by choice. Now, if you want to go to history and everything that happened in the past, that's true. So that in that case, there's many. That's why I said there's many people in Africa that are now Muslim because they are forced, and now their children are Muslims and their children are Muslims. But it started at first by force. So it goes the same way on both ends. Now I would say, now maybe you say the same thing. I would say anyone who forced their religion upon them wasn't a true Christian. Would you say anyone who forced their religion upon those people weren't true Muslims?
See, look, we are in no position to judge who is a Muslim and who is not. You don't have the right to judge someone, and I don't have the right to judge someone. It's between that person and God whether they are Muslim or not, and we cannot interfere in that.
Okay, but the thing is, we have to navigate the human condition. We have to be able to judge. We make judgments every day, right? We make judgments on who our husband or who our wife is. We make a judgment on the clothes we put on. We make judgments on the food we eat. Like, you don't eat pork, that's a judgment. You're like, oh, pork is nasty. That's actually a judgment. So it's okay to make judgments, but we have to make righteous judgments, holy judgments. You're not listening. You're not listening.
If somebody came to you and forced you to turn to Islam, would you turn or not?
Pardon me?
If somebody came and put a sword on your neck, and he told you convert to Islam, would you convert or not?
No.
Okay, so when Salahuddin came to Palestine, wasn't most of the people Catholic?
Pardon me?
When he came to Palestine, most people were Christian.
In Palestine?
He didn't force them to become Muslim. He could have simply just forced them to become Muslim. Okay?
Of course you can.
Yeah, but why didn't he? Because he respected their religion.
Who are you talking about?
Salahuddin.
Okay, and tell me about Salahuddin.
So he came and freed Palestine, but he did not change anybody's religion. He made it by choice. He didn't go to people and just put a sword on his neck and say, convert to Islam, because that's not what Muslims do.
Salahuddin. So he didn't do that.
He didn't, because he respected other people's religion.
Okay, that's one person. So that's only one person. So maybe one person didn't force Islam on Palestine, but there's many people who claim to be Muslims that did force their religion on people. So just because one person didn't do it, just because one person didn't do it, doesn't mean that a whole bunch of other people didn't. Who's that? Muhammad.
Prophet Muhammad, he didn't force Islam on anyone.
Oh, that's a lie.
No, he did not. You're saying Islam.
Can I show you in the Quran where he forced his religion on people?
He didn't. He just told them. He told them. He didn't force them. Did he bring a sword to anybody's knife and said, convert to Islam right now before I kill you?
There's hadiths that say.
He just told them. He just told them.
He just told them.
He just told them. He said, if you don't want to listen, you're
It's okay. Just pay the jizya.
Yeah,
Did he have to pay the jizya?
What's the jizya?
Did he have to pay? Did they have to pay the jizya?
He just told them if they didn't want to listen, they do whatever they want. In the end, they'll see.
That's what happened.
As our religion knows, they'll see.
Okay, then if that's the truth, why is there a mosque on the Holy Temple? Why is there a mosque where the Jews used to worship at? Yeah, but that's holy ground. So that's holy ground. That's the holy ground to Jews, right? If Muslims don't force their way upon people, why is there a mosque where the Jewish temple used to be?
No, why is there a Jewish temple?
Please.
The Jewish temple was there first.
No.
So what happened was, okay, you guys, I'll wait. I'll show you the patience of Christ. I'll wait. I got all day. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Please,
I'll
people,
wait.
one person can
I'll
talk.
wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. So look, if that's true, if what you're saying is true, and Muhammad never forced his way upon people, then you have to explain why there's a mosque where the Jews' holy temple used to be.
I never knew there was a mosque there, okay? You can
God bless you.
Oh, you're talking about Aqsa?
Yeah, he's talking
Already
about
built
Aqsa.
before the Jews even built a temple.
That's not true, brother. That's not true. That's not true, brother. That's not true. So this is what you gotta do. This is what you gotta do. If this is true, now look, no, it's not true. So look, this is the thing. My whole thing is I don't really care about who forced who on what. I'm just making a point. I'm showing. Don't touch me, brother. I'm showing you that if this was true, if what you're saying is true, then there wouldn't be a mosque where the holy temple was. A lot of people claim to follow God and force religion on people. That don't mean everyone does it, but some people do and some people don't, and that's okay. It's not okay, but it's true.
If you guys know the truth, why are you guys arguing?
Now tell me where it said that the Jewish temple was there before the Aqsa. Tell me where it said. Are you claiming that Prophet Muhammad, for example, built the mosque after the Jews built?
Yes.
That's false. The mosque was there before. After the Prophet passed away, a problem like the mosque burned down and they repaired it.
That's not true. That's not true. So the mosque is built on the ruins of the temple. That means the temple was there first. It was built on the ruins. So I can show you in a picture how you can see the mosque, and underneath it is the ruins of the temple. Because who was here first, Muhammad or Solomon?
So that's why Solomon.
Who was here first, Muhammad or Solomon? Solomon built the temple. Now listen, Solomon built the temple, which means the temple was built first. Then Muhammad came, when the temple was destroyed, Muhammad came and built the mosque over the temple. So that's what I'm saying. The temple was built. The temple was built.
Excuse me, sir. It's not built on the temple.
No, the temple was built first. I'm only saying that to say this. Just like she said earlier, she got watch out. She said earlier, right, that Catholics
Aqsa Mosque is not built on the temple.
She said earlier that Catholics force religion on people. And I said, you're right. That's it. But I also said there are some people who claim to be Muslim force the religion on people too. I didn't say all Muslims. All I was doing is making a point that shows that some Muslims force the religion on people, just like Catholics. Now I'm not saying that to say there's something bad about Muslims. I'm just showing you that there's bad people all throughout history that do things that are against their religion. That's all I was saying. Okay.